elegance, class. Hi, I'm Bludgeon, coming to you to talk about blankets. Are you tired of blankets that are too heavy and too thick and don't keep you warm? Are you tired of blankets that are just so heavy, cumbersome, and thick, and they take up so much space in the car and they don't even do anything? Get the hell out of here. Are you tired of these blankets that look like if a baby hasn't already puked on them, they surely will at the very first opportunity? Throw them out! What about these crazy wool, scratchy, weird blankets that have all the scratchiness of wool but none of the warmth? Try an Icelandic blanket. From Europe's most hip country, in the Arctic Circle, Icelandic blankets are thin, fashionable, and very warm, shorn from the finest Icelandic livestock. This is a country made out of lava. They don't have plants. They don't have vegetables. They don't have trees. What do they have? The finest sheep ever produced and the finest shepherds to harvest them. From a handmade loom in Reykjavik, Iceland, comes the Icelandic blanket. Get yours today for the very low price of $6,000. All right. So that was my blanket commercial as a reward for people following and enjoying the stream. Now let's get back into this match. So TMG Red versus Illusion Esports. It's going to be on Sky Temple. Let's get right into it. Garrosh, Brightwing, Malthael, Li Ming, and Genji over for TMG Red. Oh boy, Garrosh, that scares me. I gotta say, that scares me a lot. I've seen a lot of people flipped into a lot of turrets. Over on Illusion, we've got Anubarak, Tassadar, Alarak, Oriel, Vala. So double support once again coming out for Illusion Esports, Tassadar, and Oriel this time. Quite a different team comp. Can be putting a lot of attention into the Vala. And once again, the triple threat, Malthael, Li Ming, and Genji. This time, Garrosh going to be setting things up. So without any further delay, let's get into this game. Oh yeah, here's the stats. You guys wanted to see the stats from game number 1, so here they are. I'll leave that up on the screen for a few seconds for you, give you plenty of time to get a screenshot. We can see Lunara really rocking the siege damage there for TMG Red, as well as the hero damage more than any other player on either side. Falstad got tons of siege damage in that game as well. All right, so let's get to the game. Now, it's going to take a minute to load it, so we'll just go back to the starting screen, and we'll be right back. All right, game number 2 is loading right now. I've got the delay off on the stream, so that should make things a little bit easier for us to talk to each other. Yeah, so looking at the global advantage here, Brightwing does have the ability to solo lane and beam in at a moment's notice. We'll see how that gets worked out. So, TMG Red versus Illusion Esports. TMG Red is going to be Swanky playing Garrosh. Fire Team flying around on Brightwing. Azariel mysticking it up on Li Ming. Time going to be dashing around on Genji, and Shade playing Malthael once again. Over on the side of Illusion Esports, we've got Kozer on Anubarak, Defender on Oriel, Unaverted playing Tassadar, and Medieval on Vala. And it's going to be Xfusor playing Alarak. Game 2 is underway. All 5 members of TMG Red going up to this Vision, confident that they can win an early team fight, perhaps get a pick with Garrosh, who gets a couple of bullets pumped into him there, but nothing to scare them away. And the first Vision fight has been won by TMG Red. Xfusor just hanging down in that bottom lane right now, not wanting to reveal himself on the map, but wanting to be there as soon as these minions show up. Shade now there as well. We'll see what Xfusor decides to do. Go in there and get some damage onto Shade, who does a nice job returning it. Up in the top lane, we saw some damage being exchanged. Swanky getting pretty low there on Garrosh, who's going to go down to the mid lane, join up with Time, and keep the push going against Kozer. Medieval pumping some arrows into Fire Team there, who is just going to try to hang on and keep those minions clear. Temple's going to be activating here. Top and mid, as they always do. 3v2 in the top lane. Swanky and Time hanging out in the mid, but Swanky is a little bit low. Bottom lane, not much happening. So far, no one able to get control of a temple. Scratch that mid lane. Illusion Esports has grabbed that mid temple, and the lasers are already starting to fly. Kozer got grabbed, managed to get out using his Anubarak burrow, but a lot of damage there. Nice stun onto Time, who almost got the kill on Kozer and just about died for it himself. Really nice counter engage there on the part of Illusion Esports to keep Kozer alive. Just going to pause for a second because I don't think my sound settings carried over. That's the problem with casting replays, is all of the settings get reset every single time. All of the bindings go away. It's a real pain in the neck, but all right, that should be good. Unaverted got thrown around, but going to use the phase shift to get out of that one. Illusion Esports maintaining control of this mid temple, top temple, currently unclaimed as it stands right now. Swanky getting pretty low on the Garrosh, but of course the Garrosh trait makes him tankier the lower health he gets. Bottom lane, Shade and Xfusor not really hurting each other too much at the moment. Looks like TMG Red actually manages to pick up a kill onto Vala there, perhaps diving a little bit too deep. Unfortunately, I did miss the kill, but that temple went all the way over to Illusion Esports. All members of the teams, well, not all of them, but a lot of members now heading up top lane to see who can grab that top temple. Swanky, Time, Azariel, all here. Brightwing can come in, assuming she doesn't get CC'd too heavily by Kozer. Malthael, though, taking this time to just get the bottom mercenaries. It looks like TMG Red is going to be able to control this temple for the time being. Unaverted, Defender, and Medieval, though, are here now. But they do not appear to want to go directly for the engage. Brightwing coming in now to support. Swanky getting a laser beam in the face from Unaverted, who in turn gets polymorph, but TMG Red does get pushed off of that top temple, and Illusion Esports looking to grab those crucial 4 final bursts of damage, and that's going to be it. First temple phase definitely going in favor of Illusion Esports. Illusion currently has a very slight XP lead, but that's not going to last too long. couple of Giants being pushed in the bottom lane with Shade. Zariel just kind of waiting to see if Xfuser wanted to do something about it, but it did not happen. Looks like that's going to be that bottom front wall completely wiped out. Siege Giants still pretty healthy, but they're going to be cleared out now by Illusion Esports, who have Siege Giants of their own to help them with that counter Giant action. It's mercenary time, it seems like, as these sweet-looking bruiser guys are here. I mean, I would love to see these guys at a club. You know what I mean? Just dancing it out, rocking it out under the disco balls. I could see them, like, hanging off of chains. I don't know why, but that's just the vibe I get from these dudes. I feel like they party hard. Not a whole lot of action at the moment, which is why I'm able to admire the sweet aesthetics of this mercenary camp up in the top lane. Let me know in the chat. Do you think these guys party? If not, which mercenary camp is the hardest partier in your mind? Kozer, wow. Genji's going to follow that in, and he's going to get out. He's not going to get the kill this time, but that just shows the boldness that TMG Red is feeling there. They bounced Kozer around like a ping pong ball, but in the end, not able to get that kill on the tanky Anubarak. Fire team having to handle a lot of mercenaries and minions solo up there. It's something Brightwing can do, but it's not exactly the fastest thing ever. All right, action in the bottom lane as that temple has been activated. Unaverted had to walk away, pretty low health on the Tassadar. Kozer now going pretty far down into the bottom. All members walking out of the temple phase. No one confident to just stand in the middle. Xfuser now taking a chance. Getting in there, getting some laser beams as this team fight is happening. Unaverted, continuously low health. Time trying to get the flank there, but going to be healed up by Defender. It's going to be Kozer who gets dropped finally by TMG Red. A lot of shields, a lot of heals kept that Anubarak alive for a long time, but in the end, he does drop, and just like that, level 10s are being picked up across the board. This temple still has a lot of ammunition on it, and it's going to be TMG Red who are going to get down there and pick it up. Illusion Esports trying to rotate to get some damage onto mid, but time is there. Swanky is there as well, and that's going to deter too much aggression coming out of Illusion Esports. But they don't give up. Nice Rain of Vengeance onto Swanky, at least pushes him out of the way, and it's going to be the fort dropping here. Structural numbers are currently even across the board. About a little less than a half a level lead for TMG Red, but every player now sitting on their heroic abilities. Looks like there might be a fight over this siege camp, and Illusion actually has to back away by the looks of it, surrendering those Giants over to TMG Red. Swanky getting some nice damage put onto him by Tassadar, but he just walks away, and that is a nice mercenary steal that's going to occupy Illusion Esports for a few seconds, giving TMG Red a chance to do something else around this map. What's it going to be? I'm eager to find out. Looks like it's just going to be cleaning out some minions. Brightwing coming onto time there, sensing perhaps a team fight, and actually Shade decides to go in. Swanky getting the nice flank around the back, taunt onto two members, and that is quickly transitioned into 2 kills. Shade comes out of that cocoon fairly quickly, but that's a 2-for-0 team fight in favor of TMG Red, who are right beside this keep. Deciding to back away, though, perhaps they're going to go for this boss while they have this man advantage on the field, and it looks like it is time starting up the boss right now. Swanky keeping an eye out. Tassadar coming up. Swanky going to put out the Groundbreaker, but it's not going to catch. Oh, nice throw, though, on Unterverted. Polymorphed, and popping the Archon as well as the phase shift. That's a lot of cooldowns pulled out of Unaverted there. 3 members of Illusion Esports trying desperately to fight back, and they do get the kill onto Garrosh. What's going to happen here? Shade might be the next to fall, and that is 2 kills, and the boss picked up by Illusion Esports. Incredibly huge swing there. TMG Red just not quite fast enough on that boss, and really great job on the 3 living members of Illusion Esports to just poke them off, get the nice damage onto Garrosh, allowing for that kill and the boss steal. Huge, huge, huge swing in this game. How far are they going to be able to push this now? And just like that, look at the timing. Temples activated at the same time. Exfusor going down, getting the laser blast onto that top fort as the boss is starting to push in this bottom keep. Now, the boss is not going to live too long, so definitely the keep I don't think is in danger here, but the front defenses certainly will go down. Well played there by Illusion Esports, turning this game definitely in their advantage pretty quickly. Unfortunately, they were not able to get the top temple, so Time is going to get up there and get the lasers blasting for his team onto that top fort. Exfusor got a little too low health, could no longer handle the heat in that temple. Gonna go join the rest of the team, swap out perhaps. Looks like Illusion is actually in no hurry to grab the lasers off of that temple, instead choosing to push in with this siege camp. They really want to get this keep, and we'll see if they can do it. Unaverted taking a pretty big amount of damage from the keep. 3 members of TMG Red now coming in to defend. Exfusor took a nice burst of damage there from Azariel's Li Ming, and Illusion is just going to have to back away. We'll see if they can still get that temple, top and bottom, both with a lot of ammo remaining. Illusion going to head down to the bottom and pick this one up. We'll see if TMG Red decides to contest. Looks like they're hanging around in this boss area. Taunt went down onto Oriel. The Stasis went down and followed up next, but Defender's still going to go down. And that's a kill onto one of the supports. Unaverted, the second support here who might pay for their crimes. Nice throw into the team, and that's Dunzo for Tassadar. Both supports now gone. Only 3 members currently alive for Illusion Esports. TMG Red once again with a power play on the field. The last time they were in this situation, they tried to get a boss and it did not work. What will they do with this one? Looks like they're just going to be heading up towards the top lane, or at least Time will be doing that. Grabbing that vision, and I've got to believe heading up towards that temple after that. 4 members of TMG Red pushing down this mid fort while they have the opportunity, clearing out the front defenses, clearing out the mana well, and just gonna leave it at that for now. Meanwhile, Laser's gonna finish off that turret and put some nice damage into the fort after that. People clustering up now around these club dancers up here. Really nice CC going down onto the front line of TMG Red. Swanky got very low, but look at all the armor he's got. They just cannot quite finish him off, but just as I say that, they do. Garrosh dies. Everybody in full retreat. Fireteam trying to get away on just a sliver of health. Cocoon lands. Time trying to break her out, but that Brightwing is going to die, and that's kablamo. Illusion Esports with the 5v3 advantage right now. Teams getting 5v3s back and forth all across this game. I don't know if they'll be able to get the keep out of this. Garrosh is going to be up in just a few seconds, but they're at least going to take out some of these defenses. 1 turret down. 2nd turret just about gone. And Medieval really wants to get it, but accidentally clicked on Azariel there, using a Drain of Vengeance just to escape. Still, that's a lot of nice damage down onto that keep wall. Now, that keep is gone in the bottom lane, so all the while, the pressure is mounting on TMG Red. They have not matched that up with a keep for themselves. So that bottom lane is just going to be a constant push, something of a headache for them to deal with. Illusion Esports grabbing the top club dancers. All right, Temple's coming back online in just 20 seconds here. It's going to be top and mid, so both teams are going to be able to kind of cluster around the same area. I've got to believe that's going to lead to some pretty serious team fights here. Level 16 on both teams. Ooh, Time got picked off there, trying to escape, but Brightwing going to come down to try to help out there. Rain of Vengeance just barely misses as Fireteam blink heals out of the way. Nice job there. Boss is alive again. Azariel got some huge burst damage put onto him by Medieval and Unaverted. Slowly being healed back up now. Temples are active. Nobody currently in the vicinity, but it's going to be a game of chicken here, as it looks like TMG Red is going to go for the Temple, while Illusion Esports is going to go for the Boss. We'll see how this plays out for both teams. Boss down to half health. 3 members coming down, but Kozer is there. Triple knockup. Boss very low. What's going to happen here? Nice stun. Swanky getting very low. Going in. Shade has activated the Tormented Souls, and that's a Nubarak going down. Polymorph going down as well. Unaverted. Defender very low. Defender going down. Genji just wrecking people. The resets are very real here for Genji and Azariel, and that is a full team wipe. Illusion Esports is just that. They are no longer a reality on this map. TMG Red wiped him out clean. 5-4-0. Boss as well going over to TMG Red. Mercenaries picked up. We'll see if they can end it in this push or if they decide to back out going for the Temples, but it looks like they're just going to stick with this 5-man push. Now, there is a Mercenary camp pushing in the top lane against that keep, but that only matters if TMG Red can't finish this game fast enough. Anubarak coming back in 7 seconds. The rest of the team back in about 10, and it looks like TMG Red is actually going to back off here. Going to trust the Boss and the Siege Giants to clean up this keep. Brightwing went back to clean up that Mercenary camp I was talking about, and the rest of TMG Red are now going back to grab these Temples. All right, so that bottom keep has been equalized. Bottom keep's gone now for both teams. That's going to make things a lot easier for TMG Red going forward, and that nice advantage Illusion Esports had is now gone. Boss just going to move in, take some damage off the shield of the core, I suppose, but it's not going to matter too much. Still a few bullets left on that bottom one, quite a few left in the top, and actually Exfusor is going to get there. But Time knows exactly what's happening. He knows what time it is. Brightwing going to come in as well. Make that 5 members of both teams all together up in this top lane, and it looks like the Temple is actually going to go over to Illusion Esports. TMG Red, meanwhile, grabbing the mid. They're going to grab the final 4 shots on that, freeing them up to contest in the top lane if they want to. Still quite a few bullets there to contest. Top keep on the blue side is getting very low. It's going to go down if TMG Red doesn't do something about it soon, and I don't think they did it in time. Oh, they just barely did. Look at that. Oh my god, can't even see any health there. So they grab that top temple just in time, flipping it around, putting the damage, in fact, onto the structures of Illusion Esports. Final 4 bullets there being used. All members alive, all heroic abilities alive. Kozer absorbing some of that Li Ming damage with the spell shield. Fireteam got silenced, but no big deal. Just thrown out of the way by Swanky there. Fireteam going to start up this Mercenary camp. That's a pretty dangerous move here in enemy territory. The rest of TMG Red blocking out Illusion Esports from doing anything about it, and it looks like that is actually going to be a group of club dancers turning blue for TMG Red. Going to be pushing against that top keep. It's a bit of a poke war here right now, but, you know, Illusion Esports is not too afraid of the poke, as they do have a double support situation, but that middle keep is getting extremely low right now. I gotta believe TMG Red is just gonna go for it here. Very, very slowly chipping away at that keep, and they didn't get it. They didn't get it. Oh my god, they still didn't get it. They might pay for trying. Li Ming blinded. Ooh. A lot of damage went down there, but the Tormented Souls has already been activated. Genji has activated Dragon Blade, trying to get some decent damage on there, but the Stasis goes down to protect, followed up by a second tunnel, and actually the kill is going to be onto the Li Ming. really desperately trying to get the laser beam onto that keep. I don't really understand why TMG Red was not able to get that done sooner, but they're paying for it now. 5v4, but it's level 20 versus level 19, but that's not going to last too long if this team fight goes the way I think it is. Shade now getting low. Medieval about to get the kill. Unaverted as well, helping out with it. Malthael is dead. Swanky and Fire Team hanging out now. Swanky throws somebody around, but goes down as well. So only 2 members left alive currently for TMG Red. Illusion Esports with a really nicely timed engage. Li Ming just trying to get a couple of seconds of damage left onto that keep, and for whatever reason, TMG Red just, I guess, kept assuming it was going to fall on its own. It did not. A slight overstep on the part of Li Ming opened it up to the Tassadar engage, and that's that. 2 keeps now have been destroyed on the side of TMG Red. Illusion Esports trying to get some damage into this third one, but looks like Azariel is going to scare them away. Fire Team also flanking around the bottom. In the meantime, Time got down there for just the last laser blast that was needed to take out the middle keep for Illusion Esports. This game is very, very even, folks. Level 21 to level 20. Only 1 keep remaining on both sides of this match, and Illusion Esports is going to defend and hang on to this bottom tower, wiping out the final keep for TMG Red. TMG Red now is only down to their core. The core itself now being attacked by that laser. TMG Red really has to do something here. Illusion Esports backing away now, deciding they do not want to take that team fight in the middle of that temple phase. That's going to give TMG Red a chance to get some damage onto that top keep, and it is firing directly at the keep. I'm not sure if those shots are going to be enough to take it down. We'll just have to wait and see. And boo, 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 boo. Not quite enough. Look at all of those minions now piling in. Fire Team forced to go back to try to deal with this situation. That is going to give Illusion Esports a chance here. They can grab some siege camps. They can grab a boss potentially. Looks like TMG Red is going to try to get the counter engage. Arcane Orb not connecting. Shade goes into the middle, activating the Tormented Souls, but gets immediately cocooned. He's back out, though. Going back onto the back line, trying to get in there. Defender, though, with that lash, whips him right out. Kozer getting a double knock up. Shade, again, dives into the back line. Time has activated that Dragon Blade, but all of the health bars on the red team just keep going up and up again as that double support composition comes into play. Meanwhile, the health bars on TMG Red are low, and theirs getting lowered. Garrosh gets picked off. 5v4 right now, unaverted, trying to get that slow, keeping it active, using that Archon form, but it's not going to be enough to pick up any more kills. But I don't know if they need them, frankly. It's a 5v4 on the map. They've got minions and catapults pushing into the core from the top. That's going to leave a pretty easy boss pickup for Illusion Esports, who are currently in the driver's seat in this game, looking to tie up the match 1-1. Time, Azariel coming in, Brightwing as well. Looks like they want to contest this, but can they do it? And that is a big old no. Boss has been picked up by Illusion Esports. Xfusor, though, getting wrecked. Time using the Dragon Blade, gets a kill already. The Stasis, though, managed to save unaverted. Kozer getting a double knock-up, and that's 2 members of TMG Red getting wiped out. It's a 3v2 right now. Defender, Medieval, though, getting pretty low. Luckily, Oriel able to heal them back up. That's 1 kill, only 1 member left for TMG Red, and that is a death. Garrosh has come back, but he's the only member now left to defend against this boss and all of these members of Illusion Esports. There are temples active, but Illusion does not care. They're just going to go straight in for it here. Bouncing Swanky up and down a couple times. Damage now being fed into the core, and that looks like it is going to be a 1-1 in this match between Illusion Esports and TMG Red. Tied series, well played by both teams. Here is the stats screen for anyone who wanted to see it. This chat thing is really in the way. Sorry about that. but hopefully it fades away, and there you go. There's your nice clean stat screen for that game. Vala really ripping out the damage on that team. Huge siege damage, huge hero damage. I guess that's what happens when you build a Vala comp with double support. All right, so I hope you enjoyed watching that replay cast from week number 2, TMG Red versus Illusion Esports. I don't know if we can get a whole lot from that other than to say it's a 1-1 match, so that tells me that this playoff game tomorrow night should be fairly even. Who knows? You could go either way. Now, the meta has shifted a little bit. Champion pools have perhaps shifted as well. But we'll see if this trend continues of TMG Red going for kind of a murder composition and Illusion Esports going for a more double support situation. Tune in tomorrow night for that playoff match. It should be exciting. I believe it's going to be on Smithel's stream, but I will be there co-casting as well. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.